is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, August 24th. I'm Tori here with Al.
Hello.
Good to see you.
What's up?
I'm doing well. Brandon joins us from home. Brandon, good to see you, sir. We're going to get straight into the news because there's a lot going on today. We're going to kick off with Kellyanne Conway's family drama. If you didn't know, the president's counselor announced yesterday that she is stepping away from her role at the White House. Instead of working to re-elect the president, she says she will devote more time to her 4 kids. Meantime, her husband, George Conway, says he is also withdrawing from his job, the Lincoln Project, which is a group of Republicans united against President Trump, saying he wants to devote more time to family matters. All of this, okay, follows a tweet from their 15-year-old daughter, Claudia Conway. And I want to repeat, she's 15, okay, who said she is, quote, officially pushing for emancipation from her parents. If you didn't know, that's the legal process of allowing kids under 18 to be declared an adult. Check out the video she posted to TikTok.
Look what I did. Look at what I did, ladies and gentlemen. Look at what I did.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here, and again, I want to make it clear. Even on Twitter, she's 15 was trending, which is important to understand. But she does make some strong allegations, Al, including in 2 TikTok videos that both her father and her mother have physically abused her, that they have verbally abused her, that she can't stand either one of them, and then she wants to leave. As a father, what do you think of a 15-year-old saying all this?
I mean, well, Tori, that's a lot to unpack.
I know.
The physical abuse, if we take that and set that aside because we don't know if that's true, obviously if that's true, she needs to be removed from that home. I think everybody can get on board with that. I think as it pertains to the Conways as a whole, you bring your work home with you, and there's a price to pay for living a public life like they do, and there's a price to pay to be as polarizing as they are. And I think all of that has somehow resonated with their daughter and collected within her and that family. There's a lot of toxicity that goes towards her mother, towards her father. They goes at each other, and it trickles down to the kids. So this is one of those sad situations, Tori, where I feel like the kids kind of bore the brunt of this. I don't know what kind of family, right? A very strange dynamic to this family.
In D.C., the talk of the town, and I will just tell you, is how do the Conways live? Because she's so vocal and public on one side, and he's so vocal and public on the other. And then these kids that are now being vocal, and it's a crazy, toxic sort of relationship. Brandon, what's your take on this whole thing?
Well, Tori, I mean, Al, just like you said, where when you live this public life, especially during politics, there's going to be shots fired at you all the time. Just look at Sarah Palin and what the media did to her family when it was out there, what they were doing. But I look at it like this, Al, because when Kellyanne Conway and Donald Trump ran in 2016, their daughter was around 11, 12 years old. Back at that time, the kids around 11 and 12 years old, you're worried about, like, you know, Taylor Swift videos and TikTok and different social media platforms. Fast forward 4 years to where you're 15 years old and you kind of understand what's going on in America. And she seems, through her social media, she seems like a woke 15-year-old. So the days of, oh, you know, let me bribe you with some sort of milkshake or ice cream, it's like, no, why don't we get these kids unlocked out of cages, and then we can have some sort of conversation over dinner. And I imagine that has to be hard for the parents.
Yeah, I imagine the parents don't have much to say over dinner either. Very well said. All right, we're not sure if we will still see Kellyanne Conway speak at the Republican National Convention, but that today is kicking off. All of President Trump's family, with the exception of Barron, are set to speak at the event, which promises to be more live than virtual. The president is scheduled to speak every single night and says he wants to deliver a positive version of American greatness, focusing on all that he's accomplished. So what I've read from my little nerdy searches is he felt that Joe Biden's speech was very dark, doom, gloom, right? The democracy is at stake, the light versus the dark. And Trump's going to come out and be optimistic and more positive. Al, what's your reaction to that?
I mean, we've seen this story before, Tori. It played out with Reagan and Jimmy Carter.
Totally.
Jimmy Carter famously had one term because Ronald Reagan came on and said there's a new dawn in America. This country is great. We're going to get this back together. We're going to get you guys back to work. And optimism works better. If you think about the slogans, Brandon, when in 2016, as you referred to in the other segment, Hillary's was "I'm with her" and Donald Trump's was "Make America Great Again." It was something for people to get behind. And this optimism does work with this base, and I think it's going to work again.
But Brandon, before you speak, I just want to know, but President Trump's not known to be the optimistic. He's usually more, doom and gloom. Do you think this will work for his brand, Brandon?
I think it will, because now that the Democratic convention was before this, you kind of got to sit back and take notes and say, hey, let's attack them here, let's pull back here, but let's show some sort of united front here, because that's what's lacking in this administration and that's what's lacking in this campaign right now, in my own opinion. So I feel as though it's just one of those things where you wait and you see what someone's going to do, then you come back and you talk about what he's done when it comes to the economy, and you talk about what he's done in terms of his wall for his base, but also I think he doubles down on that as well and shows some sort of unified front, because that's, in my opinion, again, is what I feel as though this campaign is lacking.
All right, let's see what happens. Please write us in if you're planning on watching it and who you're most excited to watch. We have got to just go straight to what's happening in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Authorities issued a curfew last night as angry crowds took to the streets to protest the shooting of a black man by police. Video of the shooting went viral, and a very strong warning, and I mean it to our viewers, if you're easily upset by videos, this video is graphic. It shows the man identified as Jacob Blake, he goes by Jake, walking around the front of a gray SUV on Sunday. Police officers follow close behind with guns drawn. As Blake opens the car door and steps inside, the officer fires at least 7 times at his back, point-blank range. Blake is reportedly in serious condition, and the officers have been placed on leave. I heard from his father, Jacob Blake Sr., that he is in stable condition following surgery. Al, what's your reaction?
Well, first of all, I'm happy that he's at least alive as we do this broadcast. To me, that's a win. People are going to look at this and see what they want to see. Half the country is going to see another black man being shot. Half the country is going to see somebody resisting arrest. I even saw people trying to say that George Floyd was resisting arrest. So you see what you want to see, even though it's on videotape. So as you watch this, I would just ask yourself, when have you ever seen this happen to somebody that wasn't a black man? I think that's the question. If you can honestly answer that, if you can say that you don't think that there's ever been somebody that's walked away from the police, tried to, this man was breaking up a fight, as I understand, Brandon, doing his civic duty. His 3 sons were in the car, so that's 3 more people that will be forever traumatized. It made me think of Finlandio Castillo,
yes.
And his daughter was in a car seat and his wife was next to him as he was murdered.
And the daughter in the car seat had to console the wife as she's crying. Brandon, if you've seen the video, the wife's reaction is what gets me. She starts just shaking. What did it bring up for you?
Yeah, the wife reaction gets you, but honestly, right now, Tori, Al Jackson, your reaction is getting me right now, because I can kind of feel what's going on in your heart right now, man, especially with you being a father with kids and you being a black father with kids. This is something that, when we tell people that this is something that could happen to us, we're not just saying this because we're trying to pile on. We're not trying to be someone in the media that's just trying to pile on and separate. Al Jackson, I feel as though you're holding back emotion right now because, one, you know that you have a job to do, and yes, we are waiting for more details, but at the same time, you are a black man and a father at the same time. So I'm asking, are you okay? Are you okay, Al, when you watch this?
I appreciate you asking that, Brandon. I looked at this last night, so I've had time to process this. And Brandon, as you're talking about me, I worry about you, brother. I look at you, you're a big guy, 6'5", former football player, and that's all that most ammunition would be needed to say, well, look, this guy's a big guy, he was reaching. This guy's a big guy, he kind of lunged at the cop. There's so much that has to be on a person of color's mind when they interact with the police, because if something doesn't go down perfectly, we know what the result is going to be. So I appreciate you worrying about me. I do worry about my children. We've heard Tiffany Haddish speak so eloquently about how she's scared to bring a child into this world. I have a son on the spectrum. Me and his mother constantly worry about like what his life is going to be like. He's going to be a big kid, and he's not going to understand if the police try and pull him over with the noise and the lights. So it's something that's constantly on my mind.
Thank you for being so open, Al, Brandon. I am an ally in the best way I can, but thanks for being so open. Brandon, don't go away. Coming up on DBL, The Batman is back with Robert Pattinson in the lead role. We've got new scenes from the upcoming movie. And check out our studio. Most of our DBL coworkers are still producing the show from home during the pandemic. We'll be right back. Yeah, we're getting a new look at Robert Pattinson as the Batman in a preview released over the weekend. Have a look.
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
Okay, so in case you missed it, that was Colin Farrell, completely unrecognizable as the Penguin. Many people are making comparisons to who he looks like. Some people saying he looks like Val Kilmer now, which is not a very nice thing. Val Kilmer also famously played Batman. But Richard Kind, the famous comedian and character actor, also is getting a lot.
I think he looks more like him.
We have a side-by-side here. Do we have it up here? Or is it just me looking like, there we go.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. First off, also, a lot of people have been talking about Robert Pattinson is very emo. The Batman has long hair and kind of looks angsty. I don't love that.
No, I
don't.
My issue is with the Penguin. I want my Penguin to be super chubby. I like my Penguin very
Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito.
I know.
I like him chubby and sassy.
Chubby and sassy.
I don't
with
want
flippers.
an in-shape Penguin. Yeah.
You know, he ate that fish, that raw fish. He really did that. Remember
did he really?
That? He really did that.
I did not.
We also are getting a Wonder Woman. I just want to let everyone know the preview of Wonder Woman is coming out.
The 1984 trailer?
1984 trailer came out, which looks awesome. Kristen Wiig. Isn't that Brandon? Which one are you more excited to see, Wonder Woman or Batman?
I'm gonna say Batman. I'm gonna say Batman because I didn't see the first Wonder Woman, so I need to go back and check that out. But Batman. But Al Jackson, when you say Danny DeVito was the best Penguin, absolutely not. Like, look at Colin Farrell. You want dark and evil bad guys. Danny DeVito looked like some sort of cartoon character when he was the Penguin. Colin Farrell looks evil.
My theory on this is this: everyone has their own Batman and their own Saturday Night Live cast, and it's always the Batman or SNL cast you had in high school.
See, I like the later. I like the darker Batman. I don't like the Michael Keaton Batman. It's like I don't want a 43-year-old Batman with that look like he has 4 kids.
Bruce
I don't
Wayne
want
needed
that.
time to get his
No, I want an in-shape, stern-talking,
He's in shape.
Batman. I don't want Michael Keaton.
You want Clooney with the little bat suit and
I don't want Clooney.
Okay,
No, he's no.
I think we all remember that.
I want to. You know, I like my Batman. I like them dark, and I like my penguins chubby.
Chubby and sassy.
What if you saw a muscular penguin? You would never go back to that zoo.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I like chubby penguins.
Okay, you should not just say that as aloud. You sound crazy. Brandon, go ahead.
When he said I like my Batman's dark and my penguin's chubby, it sounded like it was on your dating profile back in the day sometime, man.
I was gonna say that.
Swipe left.
Swipe left.
That's
you like your
right.
penguin sassy. All right, we have. I just want to say, what is your favorite Batman, real quick, Brandon? Because it's gonna be like the Val Kilmer. Let me see.
No, it's not.
Let me hear. What's your favorite Batman?
Oh, Christian Bale.
Okay,
Christian Bale, hands down.
He's
Christian
a younger.
Bale.
Okay.
He was good.
Yeah,
I'm
he
a
was great.
youngin'.
But
I'm a
Michael Keaton,
youngin'.
if you're a Michael Keaton fan, please write me in because I feel like a dinosaur. Coming up with DBL, celebrity stylist and TV personality Brad Goreski is on a new
Look at
mission.
that jacket.
Oh, it's like my dress. How he's using his voice to fight a very common skin condition. Coming up next. Welcome back to DBL. Brad Goreski is a celebrity stylist who is spending his lockdown, much like the rest of us, in sweatpants, but he's also raising awareness about the skin condition rosacea. Earlier, Stephanie Jones caught up with Brad and Dr. Idris. That's today's DBL Spotlight.
Welcome Brad Goreski and Dr. Idris to Daily Blast Live. Now before we get started, we need to have a quick check-in. How have things been for you both during the pandemic? Because, well, Brad, it's clear that you've got a newfound love for TikTok.
My secret's out. I have, yeah. You know, it's been a fun, creative outlet. You know, my mom and I have been kind of laughing about it because I just had discovered a bag of wigs in our attic, and I said to my mom, doesn't this remind you of when I was a kid? And I would just be like making clothes out of bed sheets and whatever and putting on shows. And she was like, yes, but now, you know, you're doing multiple wig changes and posting it online. So there's a little bit of a bigger audience, but it's been really fun.
I love it. And who's at home style? I've got to ask this question. Which celeb have you been most and least impressed with? Because let's be honest, the Lululemons have been out in full force in my apartment.
You know, I think it's an interesting time for fashion. You know, we were having this big luxe moment, and now I think that, you know, in quarantine, people are discovering different ways to be comfortable. I think the athleisure trend is obviously exploding, and I think it's a very interesting time right now, and I'm as guilty as you are. I'm not in my Lululemons, but I'm definitely in a version of that.
Dr. Idris, what do you wear? If you're at home, do you do consultations in your scrubs? Or like, do you wear regular clothes like us mere mortals?
It's Lululemons on the bottom and business on the top. So I'm glad that the camera can only keep it up here right now.
Okay, you're making me feel better, so thank you very much. Okay, you give me a bit of like confidence, it's not just me. The reason that you both are here today is to talk about rosacea. Brad, you work as a stylist, so you know how important personal appearance is. And how did rosacea impact you?
You know, rosacea has been a part of my life, and there was a time where I wasn't taking a lot of photos, my family wasn't taking a lot of photos of me, and you know, it would manifest itself in redness and blemishes and bumps, and not only can you see it on the outside, but I could feel it on the inside, that it was starting to affect the way that I felt about myself. And you know, it's really important to be a part of this Face Up to Rosacea campaign for me, because I want people to know that they're not alone and that there are solutions out there to achieve clearer skin, and that is through seeing your dermatologist.
Well, Dr. Idris, what advice would you share with people like Brad that have been like suffering from this? What advice have you got?
I think the best advice is, you know, go seek help, whether it's, you know, seeking out a local board certified dermatologist or, you know, going online we've actually put together this website, Face Up to Rosacea.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Attention Zantac users. The
Deals on today's DBL Deal Blast, presented by MorningSave.com. Take a look. All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
All right, Tori, well, today's very special because I'm here at home and I've got an incredible Deal Blast edition because it's the best sellers of the summer. Woo! So these are the products that everyone wants. Okay, so first of all, this is the must-have wardrobe item of the summer. It's the Sienna Vella handheld garment and fabric steamer in a really compact and lightweight design. Now, normally, Tori, this is $60, right? But we've got it for $19, which means you're saving 68%. This is the Strive Fusion Bio 2 Plus activity tracker and a smartwatch. So it's a fitness tracker and a smartwatch all in one. You can get your text alerts on here, you can set an alarm, and the best part, it tracks all of your steps, your calories, it monitors your heart rate, and even tracks your sleep. Normally, this is $80, right? We've got it for $15, Tori, which means you're saving 81%. Now, we all want to look flawless, gorgeous, and this is the answer to all of that. So you get everything you could ever need with this, the Selected Cosmetics Instant Facelift. Now, this is a powerful combination of minerals and antioxidants that will firm and tighten your skin, gives your skin like a facelift. Normally, this little stick of pure gold is $300. We have got it for our viewers for $29, which means you're saving 90%. This is the Hypergear Mini Boom portable Bluetooth speaker. It's compact, wireless, travel friendly. It connects to any device you've got via Bluetooth. Now, normally it's $50 and we've got it for $10, so you're saving 80%.
All right, guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone. All right, it was great seeing you. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Goodbye.